Hello, hello. Welcome all to my channel, The One to Remember, and welcome to Unfavored, a Sims 4 Let's Play / story, where you, the audience, will also have an input on our main character's life. Welcome to the very first episode. Woo! Nope, nobody else? Okay. Well, this is the first episode of our series called Unfavored, and I am a new YouTuber that is a gamer. I'm not completely new to YouTube. I have posted things before when I was a kid, and I mean, like, very cringy. I deleted it all. I did not want that to be on the internet anymore. I'm in college now, and I'm starting over. So, I will say the one thing that hasn't changed about me with age is I really like an intriguing story. So this will be the same, except I'm not acting it all out by myself and with a few of my cousins and siblings. But enough about me. Let's talk about this first episode. In this episode, we will follow our main character to her first day of high school and get a feel for her life. We have a few goals to which we'll follow, and I'll tell you in the gameplay. We will follow her to high school and see where the story takes us. As we get deeper into the story, you, the audience, will also have input in that story. Long story short, this is a group effort, everyone. Alright, so before we get into the gameplay, we will introduce the main character and some important supporting characters that we will see often throughout the game and the story. Before that, I just want to say a disclaimer. This is not intended for younger audiences as it has themes around rape and assault. Like the game itself, it is intended for those 17 years of age and over. So if you aren't, please click off. No minors allowed over here. Alright, let's see our cast. Alright, Ren Kim. Those of you who came over from Instagram, you've probably already seen this and read her bio. I will also be reading a little bit about her history as she was growing up, things like that. But this is our main character, Ren Kim. Let's read her bio. When she was young, her life was great. She had a loving father and mother, until one day, her dad's friend, Mauricio, showed up at the front door. Her life went downhill from there. Her traits are overachiever and creative. I give her some more traits later on. You guys let me know. And her family. Her mother is June Olsen. She has two sisters, Phoenix Olsen and Katrina Olsen, both younger than her. Her father's name was Rudy Kim, where she got her last name, is also deceased, and her stepfather's name is Mauricio Olsen. Now, let's look into a little bit of history about our Miss Ren Kim, the main character. She was once an only child with two loving parents. Mauricio moved into the basement when she was 6 years old, and things started to change. She noticed her mother going downstairs more and not as happy as she used to be with her father. Her father, Rudy, started to get a bit paranoid and developed a fear of being cheated on. One day she came home after school, and upon entering the house there were lots of screams and yelling, but before she could get upstairs to see what was happening, it turned quiet. She felt her heart drop, as if she knew something had happened. To her dismay, she found her father's lifeless body on the ground. Before she could go touch his body to try and wake him up, as any young child would, her mother kicked her out of the room. Before she knew it, her father had a burial and she wasn't allowed to be a part of it. She found out that her mom was pregnant. Before her mom had the baby, she married Mauricio, and they welcomed an adorable baby girl, Phoenix. Ren's room was revamped for the newborn, and she was kicked downstairs into the basement where Mauricio used to stay. The room with no doors, and a long nightmare she had to get over quickly, because this was now her new home. All through elementary school, after her father's passing, her mother started to act colder towards her. She no longer had the loving look in her eyes, like when Ren was a toddler. Ren could see their happy little family, and she felt like she wasn't a part of it. She lost the only parent that truly loved her. On the day of her 15th birthday, another baby was born. That baby is Katrina. No one celebrated her, and she had finally lost all hope. Will she fix her broken relationships, or will she start a new life? Who knows? But for now, let's try to get through her first day of high school. Alright. That was our Ren Kim main character. Already off to a pretty sad start. Alright. Looking at our second character, best friend of Ren Kim. Well, soon to be. This is Nicolette Sloan. She is a 17-year-old mother of two girls from two different dads. She didn't want her life to be like this, but as she has it, bad luck doesn't discriminate. She is living in a foster home with her two girls and just wants to make it out and give her girls a better life and mom. Her traits are goofball, overachiever, and relatable. Her family: her parents are Leslie Sloan and Edward Sloan. She has quite a few siblings: Melena Sloan, Olive Sloan, Adriana Sloan, and Kylie Sloan. Her two children, her two girls, are Sherry Sloan and Mackenzie Sloan. Now, a little bit about her history. Warning, there are themes of grape in her history, so if you're not comfortable with that, I would skip this part. She had a pretty normal childhood, two loving parents and a sister. One day, her dad got really drunk and came home barely able to walk. He had recently got in trouble for dating a boy without permission, and it seems like he just couldn't let it go. In his drunken stupor, he assaulted his daughter. The result of that assault from her father left her traumatized. One day, she found out she was pregnant, not knowing if it was her father's child or her boyfriend's, her ex-boyfriend's. She went to go get a paternity test, and as you probably could guess, it was her father's. Devastated, she tried telling her mom about the incident, but her mom, being the way she is, didn't want to believe her and decided that kicking her out of the house was for the best. Her dad went along with it, saying that he wasn't the father and she should get out for trying to ruin his name. So, in tears, she packed and left that house. As she wandered aimlessly, she found herself at a park, and a man came up to her. He offered her a place to stay and food to eat. He looked a bit sketchy, but with no other choice and a baby on the way, she decided to go with him. That's how she ended up at Dietrich's foster home. She was happy to have a place to stay until she turned 18, but it came at a price. She had to do favors for Earl, the creepy man, as payment for staying under his roof. This led to her second daughter. She vowed to leave as soon as she could, and she tried her hardest to avoid Earl as much as possible, so she can safely leave with her girls. She wants to find a home of her own and live happily. Ooh, this one's even rougher than the first. Nicolette Sloan, everybody. And our final main character is Giselle Ambrosi. Her bio is shorter. She's a classic mean and popular girl. Everyone wants to be her, yet no one can touch her. Also rich. Forgot to add that in there. Her traits are mean, relatable, and vegetarian. Her family: her parents are Melina Acuna and Matteo Ambrosi. Her siblings is her twin sister, Jamie Ambrosi. Now, Giselle. A little bit of history about her. She is from a very typical rich family. They always try to keep up appearances, and that's how it's always been. Behind closed doors, there's barely any love. She's very close with her sister Jamie, and they are what most would consider the popular mean girls. Giselle was always jealous of Ren since preschool. Ren had loving parents, and she couldn't stand not having what a girl poorer than her had. When she found out that Ren's parent passed away, her father, and her mom remarried, she took her chance to bully Ren as much as she could. Her dad is always busy, and her mom is only focused on her dad, so it's always just been Giselle and Jamie. Now that Ren is suffering, she is happy. But is it true happiness or a mask to cover her own internal pain and the neglect from her parents? All right, so looks like we're off to a pretty rough start. Hopefully you guys can help me turn these girls' lives around and, give them a better life. All right, well, without further ado, I know it's a very long intro, but let's get into the video. Hello guys, welcome. We're finally into the gameplay. There was a lot to set up here for this, but we're here, finally. Alright, this is our little Ren. She's sleeping right now. Like she's about to wake up soon. Pretty early morning today. Checking the weather, it's gonna be light rain, kind of cool, so yeah, she'll be fine. It's the fall time. So we're just gonna get ready, have breakfast, head to school. Yeah, good. Yeah, she lives in the basement. There's a gym down here. There's like a mini game room. They've got little you throw needles at thing. Not what it's called. They have a cards table and whatever this is. I think it's for collecting elements. Yeah, and then she's got her own kind of very small bathroom, a bathtub, sink, and a toilet. Like very basic, very simple. But hey, it works. I kind of redid this little area here. It used to be a kitchen, but it doesn't need a kitchen. There's a kitchen upstairs. So I decided to put in some bookshelves and like a little sitting area. Maybe she could bring her friends over one day. She's got a project going here, so yeah. So she's gonna wake up soon here. Let's go upstairs. Maybe we'll get her to brush her teeth. Good thing. Have some breakfast. Yeah. Whoa. This is from the Basement mod, so I've seen this before. I got it recently because I thought it would bring some interesting gameplay to the game, but I think we're just gonna have breakfast, eggs and toast. Very simple, very demure breakfast. As you can see, it's nice build. I did not build it myself. Off of the gallery. Quite a few things I usually don't build things myself because I'm on the easy side, but that's okay. We can look at one of the goals. Yeah, here we go. It says do all of her classwork. Don't be late to class, of course. Can't be late. Meet new people. We're gonna try to introduce her to maybe 2 or 3 people today. See if we can't get in her friend group, or just get her to know some of the people that are in her class. It says avoid Giselle and her sister. Heard the intro, you know who Giselle is, and you've yet to see her sister, but she wants to talk to them. Not a good relationship. And make 1 new friend. Okay. That's good. Her friend Nicolette will also be in her. I think Nicolette's a year older than her, so her friend here is 15. Nicolette is 16. Yeah. Goodness, Ren, you took forever cooking. Now look. Maybe it'll let her eat still. Oh, it looks you're the baby. Katrina is crying. Once we leave, they'll all take care of themselves. Crying. I mean, if they had the money to afford a nan, I would totally get it. They don't. Ooh, do you have to join her? Yes. Wait, is this gonna kick me out of this? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, we'll get trash cans when we come back home, I guess. Didn't think it was gonna pop up like that, but yeah. Well, it seems a bit late to be getting to school. What was it last time we looked at the time? 9? Interesting. Well, while this loads, I will probably it for you guys. Welcome back. Man, loading screen took a while. Let's see Ren here. Look at the little outfits. Ooh, they're all in uniform. I decided to go to uniform school because it's just easier. I grew up without uniforms, so I kind of like the idea of having a uniform. I know, right? But hopefully this doesn't lag too much. Hit play. Yep, there goes half the class. They're running away. Oh, I didn't even see you here. Here's Nicolette. That's our soon-to-be best friend. They aren't quite best friends yet, but they do really high friendship bar. But I think I want them to talk a little bit. She does have to meet a few new people today. and make sure she's not late to class. So that will be great. Yeah. Let's see about Unfair Life. She's a teenager. I feel like they would both be whining at each other about life sucks. Stuff like that. There's a couple of people here that we could meet. I don't know how she knows Iris, but whatever. Noah. Who's this? Can't seem to read his name. Alexander. Oh, yeah. He's another one. Max. We'll introduce ourselves to him, too. That should be interesting. We haven't seen the school yet, but I'm going to show you guys the school in a second. I also downloaded this from the gallery because I don't build. I am not a good builder. I have, terrible with signs. So, yeah. So, while that's loading, I'm trying to talk to those two. Introduce herself to a new guy. There's the front of the school. I think this is like a computer lab of sorts, although there's one upstairs as well. This is the nurse's office. This is the gym for, the jocks, and they've got a cheer mat too, so cheerleaders as well. I don't know what they're doing in the bathrooms, but hey. They're doing their thing. Olivia Kim Lewis. Oh, she grew up. Oh, doing the tea put. Got it. Miki. Trying to get her into the school so she's not standing outside all day. There we go. That's a funny introduction. Yeah, as you can tell, my game's probably going to be slow most of the time. There's nothing really much I can do about that. I do have quite a few mods on here just to make the gameplay a lot more realistic. I do like realistic gameplay. I really enjoy that, but not like hyper realism. Then my Sims would do, Alpha CC, and I don't really want to do Alpha CC. I prefer Max's Match. I used to love Alpha CC. Not anymore. Not anymore. Because it just, too many complications in a game. Oh wow, he's really buff. Nobuya. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher like half of their names, so don't have super high expectations of my pronunciation. I'm gonna call him Nobu. Nobu is really buff. Oh, that's right, we were doing a tour. I think this is like a chess sort of club, like after school activity sort of room, chess club. They've got instruments here, so like a music class maybe. This is like a woodworking class. They've got all the woodwork tables. There's quite a few bathrooms in here. I think this is her classroom. Maybe. I might be wrong. We'll see when she, over, but I believe that's her classroom. And she has yet to talk to anyone. Got an hour. This is just a classroom that has extra desks and everything. It doesn't have a whiteboard in it, so it's an actual classroom, but there's some extra desk stuff in there. And then this is class 2 with the class 2 teacher. Yeah, their classroom's a little bit darker. I like to think of this as like biology class, and that over there is a history class. Yeah, here's sort of the computer lab that I was talking about. Can't see, but I'm doing like air quotation marks. It's not really a computer lab, but it's got quite a few computers in here and a place for the teacher. It's more like a library. Yeah, library. So there's only 2 floors, which, thank goodness. I think you saw it earlier, but there is a pool room. I don't think we'll do this that often. I don't have like an after school class or anything. Maybe that'll work. Object. Sorry. I wanted to say hi to some people before we get to class. Alright. Are back. I did look up some reasons as to why High school was kind of glitching out, and do that later. See if I can't fix it or if it's something that I do to avoid it. But we'll worry about that later. May also have to just like update some of my mods, maybe. Could be that. I'll do all that stuff later. Hopefully by the next episode I'll be working properly. You'll most likely know if by the next episode we're on a Thursday instead of one. But this episode's probably going to be pretty short because of this game glitch. There wasn't a lot we could do. I think we'll just finish out the day with her. Yeah. But she's gonna do her homework now. We're just gonna finish off the day. It says 9:55 a.m. Maybe I could go back to a.m. He's just now off to work? Oh yeah. There's definitely something up with my game. I'm not delusional, right? I mean, everybody saw it. It was like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Okay, well, looks like she'll be babysitting Katrina today. As Katrina is a baby. Oof. Ooh, it's messy in here. Got some cleaning to do. Which is kind of typical for Ren. I think she does most of the cleaning in the house. They sort of just leave their dishes everywhere. So I guess we skipped the first day of school. At least that's what the game says. Oh, Halloween's tomorrow. I really hope I can get this working. Play, let's just try to get some trash cans in here. I think the title of this video will be like chaotic first day. Skipping the first day of school, question mark. Something like that. Chaotic start. Yeah, they need it. They're very messy. I mean, like, look at this. They left dishes here. This is from Phoenix eating. Oh, I didn't show you guys yet, but here is the grave. Oops. Grave. Pretty. Turn it around. Friend's biological. Her dad that died. Back to live mode. He's going to do this. I did read, I want to try this though, before I do a bunch of updates and everything to this game. I did read on the interwebs that maybe it's because she's enrolled in school, which wouldn't, of course she's enrolled. She was able to go to school. But, you know, try. Doesn't hurt to try things. Oh, look at her. She still has very strong feelings about the family and, you know, feeling left out and everything. But, you know, she's not gonna leave a crying baby. A good person. Who hates gross things. But who knows? Maybe we'll say, like, skip the first day because she was really nervous and she didn't know anybody besides Nicolette, but Nicolette wasn't talking to her, talking to other people, so I guess she just left class, she left school, she snuck out because she just wasn't ready yet. Was too nervous for all this new stuff. Yeah, that's what we'll say happened today. That is what happened. Y'all gotta believe it. Hopefully I can get some of you guys' feedback. Tell me in the comments what could possibly be wrong. I'm not entirely 100% sure, so hopefully I can fix it by the next episode. Alright, it's finally back. They were so in love and play again. Wait, Nicolette in. Right. No. Interesting. This will be the new friend we make. Hey, we got one thing on our checklist done today. Skipped classes, but oops. I'm sure that they're already friends, but we'll just make them better friends. Anyone knows her? You know her? Don't know her? Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if this will get me like. But she's pretty famous. And that's about all I can say. Let's see. Then got their uniforms on. This just means that Won Young is skipping class, and so is Ren. Their names both start with
Floy
W.
Masharno? Yalanim. Ah, yoyim.
Back from work. Mom can take care of her own baby. I think we'll just take downstairs. I think we're just gonna hang out with one until it's about dinner time. Probably end up making our own dinner. And go to sleep and end it there. You know, I think I'm gonna take back what I said earlier in the video. This will not be a short episode. This will be a long episode. Waiting for just the search bar to show up. No, it's not called a search. Everything in my eyes has a new definition. Called a search bar now. There we go. See? Search. No. Couldn't do that. We're gonna add her to the group. Add to group. Then we can go downstairs. Chill out. She's a C student. I want her to be a B or an A student. Graduates. I'm not gonna like, fully like she needs to be an A student, but I want her to have pretty decent grades after she graduates high school. Give her some money, just quickly. While I was setting this up, I had to turn. Oh, we should pay those. I had to turn off on aging. So I could set this all up. And get this all because when I started the same day in the summer. Yeah. So we have to have this. She gets all her constraints. She's a foodie, careful, that's the flavor. Like she's that great, cook, whatever. Like home, bills, wow, dust. I had no idea what to do next week. The element. He's only one. Doesn't like one. First. Oh, she's making whatever part. I love this. I really the education overall. I really do love the education overall mod because it allows for like baby Phoenix to gain skills that I probably wouldn't do because I'd be too focused on Ren. And I want them to, develop personalities and everything. Yeah, we're pretty much almost done. Looks like they're watching a. Oh, is this horror? It's horror, yeah. Looks kind of scary. Well, he runs also scares me. But yeah, watching this movie together, chatting, going out good. I think we just probably say bye to some dinner. Mauricio's back. Vacation day. I haven't really got too much of a feel on Mauricio and Ren's relationship yet. I'm not quite sure whether Ren really approves of him. I know that she's really upset with her mom for all the things that happened in the past, but I don't know if she's really upset with Mauricio. I think maybe she has a feeling about him because he's the reason. Well, I guess she sees him as the reason why everything happened the way that it did. Again, she was young when this happened, so she wasn't as old as she is now, and she's been knowing him for years now. She's 15. It happened back when she was 6, I think. Please. Ooh. What would Ren have? Ren. I feel like, I'm not sure if you guys know this or if I showed you, but he lives in. Yeah, I'm completely blanking on the word. We know we're not from where it is after she lives. I feel so bad. I feel like she might like Jay. I like Jay. Oh, so good. I love. Although I think this is Japanese. I think recently started incorporating other foods like Chinese. Okay, great for me. Sounds great. I like all the foods. She's gonna get to cooking. I think we're just gonna send Wang home. Yeah, we're gonna send her home. It's getting late. She has to go home too. Shouldn't be out so late, you know. Teenager. I think Wang Yang is also Ren. Both 50. Obviously, not the one you know in real life. We're not talking about actual celebrity. Character in the game. Also 15. I really wish. What's your brand code? Roger. Yum yum. You love them. You guys know that. I love them. I listen. I mean a lot. Babies. And to be fair, to be honestly fair, I love it too. Like obviously I wouldn't listen to it on a daily basis, so like when it comes on, know some lyrics. But some of them. They're really good. Oh, I'm pretty sure she just cussed him so much. That's okay. I mean, if you've ever cut your finger before, you know what it feels like. It hurts. And I've cut my finger too many times, embarrassingly. So we're not talking about how. You just know this lasts. Rather than have too many like elastic, a lot more. Oh, hey, she's gonna have dinner here. She's gonna use the bathroom, take a shower, go to sleep. Huh. And look at this kitchen. I really tried. I didn't put too much effort or decoration into it because that sort of stuff. So, you know, everybody out there that can build me a house, please. Build me a house. I'd love to. And also, before I forget to mention it, I also want to, you know, incorporate some of you guys' let me just think of a word. Burr, because that's one to remember. Yeah, maybe you guys could create some Sims on the gallery, do hashtag Burr. I don't know if that'll work per se, but be nice. Oh, yeah, you can tell Ren is the only one who really cleans around here. Kind of sad, because I mean, like, look at this. It's been sitting all day. We were technically to clean it earlier, but I forgot. But yeah, like I was saying, if you want your own characters in here, make sure you give them like a backstory. I don't know, give them a family, at least a backstory. You know, give them some history. Yeah, maybe they'll be one of the new transfer kids. Just saying. I would really like to have you guys have more input on. Yeah, I don't know a lot of other simmers who do it that have a lot of audience input, but I want a lot of audience input. Not because I'm lazy, which FYI I kind of am. I think it would be interesting, you know, create a story with my audience. And although I think there are 10 of you as of currently, as of I know now, which is fantastic. This is great. When I had my older YouTube, I think I had 5 subscribers, or 5+. Okay, that is beautiful to me. I think we can really create a story here. I really like this. This is just like starting point. This is just like back of a canvas. Oh, Phoenix. Okay, so we'll have a birthday to celebrate tomorrow too. Yeah, I really hope I can fix this so you guys can see Phoenix grow up. Yeah, let me know if you ever want me to do a live stream. Something like that, like on Twitch. I have a Twitch. I'm not gonna name it in here because I have yet to actually use that account. I would have it to just watch other people. But, you know, if you ever play with me and struggle my struggle as we load through like 30 minutes of loading screen, let me know in the comments down below. Yeah. Oh, ever use the bathroom, take a shower, and it's like, yeah, it's 12, I mean not 12, it's 10:30 p.m. That time, it's different. We are not 20, because that would have been. So, they for sure do not have blurring. We're just gonna stay out here. Yeah, I'm gonna stay out here. We will go upstairs, because it looks like somehow June What are you doing? Why is your baby crying? Please rock the baby, please. No, don't let the baby starve. Find out what's wrong. Yeah. This place is also I'm gonna need somebody to clean. Right, so you're on the duty. Off that computer. Please just don't put it in your repertoire. Please don't do that. Empty trash. Find out what's wrong, June. Get it? You're just gonna let Katrina cry. Maybe stretch her. Rock her to sleep. I don't know. I'm hungry. I usually prefer breastfeeding, but because I have videos on and I can't I see probably gonna be bottle feeding. It's 11:42 at night. No, you can't. Don't even know how she never. Looks like they're fighting down there. It's raining outside. Oh, sorry, my game's slower. Phoenix is doing. So, Phoenix, I'm sorry. Nobody's already. I need to go to sleep. Oh, look how cute she is. She's so cute. But one day they're not gonna make me sad. But you know, if the majority of you, well, no, I'm not gonna say that actually, because there are certain things that I don't like this scene, certain storyline that I kind of follow. Although I still want most of you guys' input, they're still like basic. Do gameplay. Let's take out trash. And dust. After that, you can eat, and honestly, since Ren is already sleeping, that's where we're gonna end it because they can take care of. No, I'll probably take care of this the next episode, but I think that's where we're gonna leave it all. Yeah, like I was saying before, I really want you guys and you have some ideas as to why my school is working right now. That would also be great. I'm gonna be searching it up in the meantime and trying to fix it. I will be looking out for your comments and everything. I'm kind of new to this YouTube stuff, so don't cringe as much. But please like and subscribe. It doesn't do anything for me, but it would be nice to know if you like the video. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.